things. Are we going to touch on any? Are we going to get to?
Can we talk about Michael B?
Yeah.
I got to talk about Michael B.
Okay.
The man had his moment. He had his moment.
I've to date, as we're recording this, I didn't get a chance to go see Creed 3. I'm a fan. First of all, I'm a big fan of the Rocky movies.
Yes.
My family will tell you, anytime it's on TV, I'll sit and watch it through commercials and all. I don't care. I'm a fan of the movies in general, right? And for them to do what they did and take, to branch off a story, a black story at that, you know what I'm saying, was and they've not sucked.
No, none of them ever sucked. No.
Right. So
those movies, the Creed movies are, to me, more in line with the first Rocky movie than any other movies. Because if you go back and you watch, it's two movies that I think people should rewatch with a fresh pair of eyes, especially if you're a Stallone fan. Mm-hmm. The first Rocky movie and
the
First
original,
Blood.
The original for Rocky.
Yes. Rocky, I think was the name of it.
Yeah, I think it's from like 76 or 77.
Was it that far back?
Yeah. The first film was like in 77, maybe 78. And the sequel came out like 80, 81.
But I think you should rewatch that film and First Blood, which was
Rambo.
Which, a bit of trivia, Rambo was never in the title of the first movie. Right. It was just First Blood.
First Blood, right.
Those films had heart. He had to actually be an actor. They were not blockbuster films when they came out. They were movies. And then a blockbuster, kind of a franchise, was built around all of them. And they got more and more Hollywood as they went along, if you go back and you watch them. But the heart and the acting and the being impoverished and the coming from nothing and the adversity and the building yourself and all of that stuff that was in that Rocky movie is in the Creed movies.
Rocky was originally released. The first Rocky was released in 1976.
And the second one was 79. So we didn't get an 80s Rocky film until what, 82 when Mr. T?
Mr. T, yep.
Yeah, Rocky 3.
Yeah. Okay. So do I play the original clip first?
Yeah, play the original clip because it gives it context.
All right, here it goes.
Got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. Isn't this the sexiest man show off right here? Who's the sexiest man? Because now who's the sexiest man? Because I thought you.
Okay, first of all, I didn't hear that. I didn't see that part of the clip.
Both them brothers was being super petty.
Yo, okay.
That was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Man, but he's right. What kind of question is that? Why are you asking me who's sexy? What are you doing here?
What's happening right now?
Right. What are you hoping to hear from me? Like, what are you trying to get here?
I was going to say something real foul.
I think she got called to the carpet, man. I mean,
she did.
And to be honest with you, I don't blame Michael B. Jordan either.
So for everybody who is listening, who hasn't seen that clip of video yet, they're on the red carpet for Creed. The young lady interviewing went to high school together. I think it was.
I believe it was like junior high school.
Junior high school, one of those. They went to school together, and she called him the corny kid, and he remembered that apparently. And he called her out about it. And in fact, her name is L'Oreal, I think. And she does a podcast, and she was on the podcast talking about him from back when they were in school. And it actually wasn't her who said he was a nice, corny guy. It was the other person on the show who said it. And she co-signed it, but she's culpable.
Also, she's also on the Morning Hustle as well. The radio show, syndicated radio show. Big shout out to my homie Kyle Santillion, who just took over the mic over at the Morning Hustle. Just wanted to plug in my homie real quick.
It's all good. So if you haven't seen the video, Michael B. Jordan has this look on his face.
Waiting for you.
He been waiting for that since he was 13. He's
waiting on you. Oh yeah, no. Oh, I got you. Oh, word. Yeah, okay, yeah. You need this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was corny. I was corny, right? Remember that, right? Oh, okay, yeah. You said right. You agreed with that, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it was that. It could have been way worse.
Oh God, it could have been way worse. He even continued to do the interview. Like it was a whole thing that was clipped, but he did a whole deal. And most brothers would have just been like, and just walked off, right? Like,
like I ain't talking. I was corny, right? No, I'm not talking. Next, walked off. I didn't do all that. You just a gentle reminder. I'm the shit now, and you need me. Continue.
You would take me at a drop of a dime right now, without hesitation or question.
Hey, should you be honored to be to such next to such corniness, as you called it? You know what I mean? So and there's a bigger conversation here, but I want to get to the next clip because she ended that interview by telling him he wasn't corny now, and the world kind of grabbed that and ran with it. And then one Mr. Joe Budden.
Girl is some corny.
I can see that.
You being
That's
Michael
true.
B. Jordan today, allegedly sexiest man alive in all of these blockbuster movies.
I agree.
During your highlight week, you've probably never been more visible than you are right this second, and that's what you do to her. And if I bring back them white girl rumors, then it's going to sound even crazier. Because why you talking to our sisters like that on the red carpet? We don't even talking to white like that. But I'm not going to make it racy. They say I make everything racy.
Okay.
So I know you got a joke that you don't want to tell.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to do it.
So I'll be serious, guy. Because I don't think I've been him in the past couple of shows. I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't try to be. Look, could he have handled her with more grace? Yes. Did he have to? No. Was there some obligation for him to? No. Did he call her out of her name? No. Did he disrespect her? No. He let her know.
I remember.
I hear you, and I remember.
Yeah. Be it petty, possibly, sure. Could he have just kind of gone along? He could have just not done the interview at all. But he gave her the interview, right? Reminded her, hey, yeah, we know each other. We go back. You said this, or you agreed with this. You know what I'm saying? And it's a little ribbing. That's all. He didn't talk about like your mustard weave or something crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could have said something crazy if he wanted. He didn't. Just like, yeah, no, you called me corny. I remember. No, you said it. Okay. It wasn't that bad. For Joe Budden to kind of call him, say it's corny that he did that. There's some corny stuff you've done, brother. Bring up white girl rumors. I mean, what's the rumor? That
he dates white women. He dates white women.
Okay. I don't think, is it exclusively? Is like that's all he seeks out? Is that what you're trying to say?
Obviously not. Because he went out with Lori.
That's the point, right? So what are you saying? What's the point? The whole corny thing, man, and we can talk briefly about this. In the hood, in the community of,
That's exactly where I was finna go. Go ahead.
What's deemed as corny are people that actually stand for something, are about something, and trying to, are not wrapped up in the street life. I saw a post that was saying something like he don't have an edge or something like that. And he was, what is that? What does that even mean? Why is that? You need to feel like your man can slap the shit out of you to
Yes.
for him to be a valued, a prospect for you. You need to feel like you don't know what's going to happen. You're going to choke the hell out you. It's like, come on, to me, that's corny. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So to answer your question, yes. For some women, the perception of power is tied up, and the perception of masculinity is tied up with the capacity to inflict violence. They want to know he can, but they also want to know that he won't to them.
Okay.
A lot of times, if you can and you have, then you will.
Right.
So, but no, I agree with you 100% that it's sad to think that even still now, because that existed when I was in school too, right? Like I was I liked comic books and cartoons, and I wasn't really into football and all, I wasn't that kid.
Right.
So I was corny. I liked science. I was corny. But as you become an adult, right? Like that affects you when you're a kid, but you become an adult and you're like, all right, it is what it is. But you look back at it and you see it for what it is. It's just this misalignment of what we need to have and what we desire in our community. We need to have more of the corny. We need to have more people that are focused on science and achieving, right? Because his thing, he did an interview and he said, essentially he said he focused really hard when he was young so he could really live and wild out on the back end of his life. And he was just very focused and disciplined on the front end of his life. We need more of that. We need more people thinking that way. And we need fewer people shaming that type of thinking. And it's like the photo, let me put the picture up. It's a picture of the two of them side by side. And it's very interesting to me. One, based on his behavior and how he lives his life, represents the not so positive part of our community. While the other, based on his behavior and how he lives his life, represents the positive part of our community. So for the one to be calling out the other, and then it be the underpinning is, why you treating our sisters like that?
Right. That's
it's some skeletons in the closet that we trying real hard right now not to pull out.
I wouldn't even call them I wouldn't even call them skeletons. They full bodies out in the open, but
it's bodies.
Yeah, just laying out on the carpet, but we won't go there. Anyway,
a lot of folks on Twitter and Instagram did go there.
Yeah.
They went after him. His comments on Vivica.
There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff. The
Melissa Ford stuff.
There's a bunch of stuff. And
the
everybody
that was on his
everybody has their thing. Come on, man. Come on, Joe. Anyway, I think it's unfortunate. And I mean, also, I guess it goes to it. Success is the best revenge. You know what I'm saying? If they viewed him as corny, and if it wasn't her that said that she co-signed it, but there was other kids that was where are those other kids now?
Not making the third Creed movie, voted the sexiest man alive, and probably can have any woman he wants.
And that's not to say, movie star is the most important thing. It's one of the flashiest things. But did anybody become a doctor out of that crew?
look,
Did he never? You know what I'm saying? Maybe they did. I don't know. But I'm just saying, what accolades? What the kids that weren't quote unquote corny? What did they be? What did they do with their lives? Anyway.
To me, it's less about whether he became a doctor or an actor or a musician or a soccer player or whatever. He displays the traits of a highly driven individual. No matter where you put him, he is going to achieve, because that's just who he is. That's how he's built. So if he didn't become one of the greatest actors of the now time, he went into science, he would have been a highly successful scientist. It's less about what he does and more about his mentality. And right. The more you talk to and spend time around highly driven people, you start to understand that about them. And it's like, damn, it don't matter what they do. They gonna crush it.